Bada bing, bada boom, motherfuckers, I'm back. It's Duck Nuts teaching you how to get girls. This video is going to be a little similar to the previous one where I was how to not get girls, except this one is going to be how to get girls. When you're talking to girls, flirting is the #1 characteristic in the conversation that will eventually captivate their heart. So more specifically, this video is going to be how to flirt. Alright, right off the bat, I just want to throw you guys a tip. If at any point you find each other complimenting each other's penises, you've messed up somewhere. I don't know where, but you fucked up. Alright, with that being said, let's get into point #1. Now, you're gonna meet up with this girl, alright? You might be going as friends, you might be going on a date, whatever, but you're planning to flirt on this specific occasion. Firstly, you gotta dress fly as fuck. I'm the god at fashion, alright? If you want some fashion sense, listen to me. Think of a band that really represents your personality, alright? Now, from my personal experience, I'm a huge metal fan. In my case, I'm a huge metal fan, but I did learn one thing. Never ever wear a shirt where there's gore, blood, or dead babies on it, because apparently it's not attractive. Now you've got there, alright? And you're gonna begin talking to this girl. You still haven't hit the whole flirting phase, but you are making conversation. During this conversation, you've probably heard this tip hundreds of times, but you gotta smile and make eye contact. Now, this is super fucking tricky, especially if you're used to talking to screens all day. In the start, you might actually have to think about it. You're gonna have to be telling yourself in your head that you have to make eye contact and you have to smile. Now, when you're starting off, I want to let you know that there's a very fine line between I'm a happy Indian salesman and I want to feel your internals. You don't need to always do this, alright? Don't smile the entire 2 hours, because that's weird. Also, when you first start the conversation, keep it light. This can mean two things. Firstly, don't scream at any point in the conversation. And secondly, don't talk about anything that includes death, feminism, or One Direction. But that's more just for the sake of yourself. Use body language to communicate your intentions. And on top of that, you want to be the one who breaks the touch barrier. Alright, let's say it's your third time going out with your girl, and here's my personal tip. Not that I've actually been on a third date with any girl, but if I was, this is what I would do. I would wait for them to finish a sentence, and then I would go in for the kiss. It hasn't failed me yet, so just go with it. You also gotta know the time to do it. You don't do it after hello, and also, if they're talking about their recently diseased dog, bad time. Don't do it. That's the no-no square. Next up, you gotta compliment the person early in the conversation. And when you first see each other, don't start off like, when she says hello to you, don't say, I like your tits. You don't do that. Don't do that. Also, don't be oddly specific. You don't want to compliment their zit on the left cheek. And if you could see their shoulder, don't compliment the shoulders. That's just weird. Good things to compliment are like their eyelashes. Or their blood type. And stay away from complimenting their eyes, because that's just too cliche. And when you compliment, you gotta do that thing where you snap your fingers and point at them, because that's the sexiest thing in the world. With that being said, here's some pickup lines that I thought of right off the bat. Are you a water bottle? Because I want to tear you open and suck you dry. Are you a Buddha? Because I like your booty. The closest thing I had to a relationship was when a male mannequin stroked my left calf in the adult fun store. And this is one for the pros, but you might also want to tease gently. Hence the word gently, alright? Pretend you're kidding.
There's gotta be numerous types of teasing, alright? There's not just one, there's not just two, but there's 3 kinds. The first kind is when you're just being a complete asshole. This is when you're not really teasing, you're kinda just straight up insulting them. This is not what you want to do. Next one's sexually teasing. That's also another thing you don't want to do. And the final one is actually teasing, like a nice kind of teasing, the teasing that you want to do. You may be asking, Lucas, how do you do this? That's a terrible fucking question to ask me, because never once did I not fuck up. So I took the time and looked on the internet to find some good teasing methods. One right here says that you don't want to hit on a deaf person by asking where their accent's from. But anyway, so I found this webpage and it says you gotta ramp up the conversation. You don't want to make it more intense, but you gotta make it more personal. So here are a few examples. You could mimic and mock her. You could challenge her to an arm wrestle. You could point out something embarrassing like their dimples. You could compliment their weenus, or you could give her a silly nickname like brat, punk, or puke. And according to this webpage, you should treat her like a child by saying, "Don't make me spank you, missy." You just gotta make sure you insert that one with proper timing. You don't want to just say it out of nowhere.
Honey, I'm pregnant.
Okay, puke, but don't make me spank you, missy. But yeah, that's basically it. Once again, I'm sorry for the short video. I just have no time and no patience. And honestly, I don't give a fuck. But if you enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, and there'll be more content like this later. Goodbye.